Melissa Joan Hart is not likely to be thrilled learning Blink 182 rocker Mark Hoppus has spilled the tea on the awful date they once went on. In his new book, Fahrenheit 182, the 53-year-old Blink 182 musician details the tough date he shared with the Sabrina the Teenage Witch star, 48, who is now married to Mark Wilkerson. In the pages of his memoir, he recalled, "She and I had met at the Teen Choice Awards, and she must have found me interesting because she had her publicist reach out to my label's publicist to give me her number. Totally normal courtship. When we got on the phone, I played it cool. Oh, awesome, yeah. I'll be in LA shooting my new music video, so we should have dinner after I rap." I thought I was so slick using this Hollywood industry jargon, but I doubt it impressed her. I was newly famous, but she had been famous for years. In an excerpt shared by Entertainment Weekly, he went on to say, "Melissa and I went to a sushi restaurant in the Valley. It was an awful date. She was very nice, but we weren't connecting." Hoppus chalked it up to the actress not being relatable, as her life centered around her career. Everything in her life revolved around acting, and it was hard to relate to her about anything else, he explained. Giving examples, he noted, "I'd ask what she liked to eat besides sushi, and she'd say, 'Well, I'm usually eating whatever catering provides on set.' I'd ask what she likes to read, and she'd say, 'Well, I'm usually reading scripts for work.' And I'm sure from her perspective, all I could talk about was music. We just weren't a great match. It was tough." Hart even brought him back to her house after dinner, giving him a tour of her impressive digs. "After dinner, she took me to her house and showed me around. She had a beautiful place nearby with a view that overlooked the city and a huge hot tub. I thought she might be hinting that we should get in the tub. I told her I had an early set time and that I should probably get going. She dropped me back at my hotel," he wrote in the book. In a twist of fate, that same night sparks ignited between the bassist and his now wife Sky. He penned, "When I got to my room, I checked my messages on my cell phone. Sky had left a voicemail asking me to give her a call. I called her back, and some light pleasantries quickly turned into deep conversation. We talked about everything. We talked about where we grew up and what our families were like. We talked about our careers. We talked about our favorite albums," he shared. "We talked for so long that the sun came up, and we realized we'd talked all night," the "What's My Age Again" hitmaker remembered. Mark has been married to wife Sky since 2000, while Melissa tied the knot with husband Mark in 2003. Elsewhere in the book, which hits shelves April 8, Mark discusses the impact of his parents' divorce, his cancer battle, and falling in love with music.